Hello, my name is Bethany Husby, and I want to tell you about To Care Tanzania, a charitable organization whose mission is to invest in the future by providing quality education to school children in Tanzania. Before I share more specifics on the pre and primary school that is being built in the village of Kazango near Arusha, I want to tell you how this all started. My sister-in-law Jean took our family on a safari trip to Tanzania in January of 2017. It was not a mission trip, but you could say I came home with a mission. After a day safari trip, I went into the gift shop to buy a postcard stamp. There, I met a young man named Emmanuel Boaz working in the gift shop. He was so pleasant and easy to visit with. Nearly 1 hour later, the stamp was purchased, but now I had a mission. Emmanuel told me about his safari guide training that cost $500 a year, but he had yet to finish due to financial reasons. For the past 2 years, he's been working in the gift shop where he makes $100 a month plus tips. He said, "God willing, I hope to complete my training someday. And I pray that I will, for with God all things are possible." During our conversation, I found out his birthday was the next day. As soon as he closed the shop for the day, he would be taking a 3-hour bus ride to visit his family for the weekend. His mom, dad, 4 brothers, and a sister, along with her husband and 4 children, all live in the Arusha area. I gave him a birthday gift of $20. He was so thankful and said, "You really want to give this to me?" Yes, I wanted to give him this money. He then said, "This will help my family so very much." I thought to myself, shouldn't you save this money for your safari guide training? I wanted him to finish his schooling, and I had already begun to entertain the idea of sponsoring his education. I also noticed his teeth during our conversation. There were brown spots and some yellowing. He covered his mouth when laughing, and he would not smile with his teeth showing. When we got home, I had his story checked by our tour guide just to make sure he was genuine, and yes, he was a good kid from a poor family. So I decided I was going to sponsor his education. This was something I could do to make a difference in his life. I emailed him, telling him that he could soon be starting back to school. He was very excited. He called home to share the news with his parents. They were excited too, but then they said, "If you leave your job at the gift shop, who will support your 2 brothers?" I soon discovered why he was so grateful for the $20 birthday present and why he said this money would help his family so very much. He sends the majority of his income home to his family. He helps pay for 2 of his brothers' educations. He could not accept my offer. I was disappointed. Emmanuel then asked if I could help his dad pay the school bill for his youngest brother's education. His dad had not finished paying the 3rd grade bill, and now his brother Dowdy was in the 4th grade. My gut reaction was to say no. I wanted to help Emmanuel, but then I thought, if I help his dad and his brother, I am also helping Emmanuel, so I said yes. As the story unfolds, saying yes to Emmanuel's request allowed me to become acquainted with Sengeti, the school principal at Dowdy's school. Sengeti has become instrumental in helping our school become a reality. 7 years ago, he built his own primary school, and he knows what is needed to start and run a quality school. Finally, I asked Emmanuel about his teeth. I had noticed on Facebook that he would not smile with his mouth open. I had teeth problems growing up, and I knew exactly how he felt about his teeth and smile. He wrote back these words to me: "I fail laughing, and it's because my teeth are yellowish. I do think always, what should I do to make my teeth white and smile like others?" These honest words tugged at my heartstrings. I Googled dentist in Arusha and found Divine Grace Dental Clinic. I exchanged countless emails with Arlene, a Filipino dentist who has been a gift from God. We discussed how to proceed with his teeth, which had been affected by fluorosis, a common problem in Tanzania due to too much fluoride in their water. Emmanuel, age 25, had never been to a dentist. He needed a root canal, 2 crowns, and 6 veneers. He now loves to show off his smile. His smile is so big and so bright. In further conversations with Emmanuel, he told me of his brother-in-law Ojung, who's always had a dream to build a school on his land. I told Emmanuel, "That's great, but I'm not the Bank of Tanzania." I'd already helped Emmanuel quite a bit, but in the many hours at the dental clinic, Emmanuel had told his dentist, Arlene, about Ojung's dream of building a school. Arlene visited Ojung's land with Emmanuel. She decided this was something she wanted to help with. So I decided if Arlene was in, then I was in too. Together, the four of us, along with other key people, will accomplish his dream. For with God, all things are possible, just like Emmanuel had told me during our first meeting. Plans are well underway to start the school in Kazango. The school ultimately consists of 3 to 4 buildings for classrooms, offices, a lunchroom, and washrooms. It will also have safe drinking water. The initial startup cost is $20,000. Once I decided this was a mission I was going to take on, I wanted to start raising money. I had a huge plant sale in my backyard this past May. I potted up over 3,500 plants by myself. My husband helped set up our backyard for the weekend sale. Before the sale began, Emmanuel asked me how much money I thought I'd make. I said maybe $6,000. He said he would keep praying for a lot of customers. I secretly prayed for superhuman ninja powers. Both prayers were answered. There were heavy rains the weekend of the sale, so the sale was extended for a total of 14 days. Over those 14 days, we raised over $17,000. Truly amazing. People were very generous. A couple $1,000s were from donations alone. In efforts to continue raising money for the school, Bobby, a talented professional musician, organized a wonderful chamber music concert this past July. He and other outstanding musicians, including my middle son David, generously donated their time and talent. Together, we raised another $985 for the school. We still have 2 to 3 more buildings to build at Bethany Pre and Primary School. Yes, that's right, the school will be named after me. This was not my idea, but rather Emmanuel's. I do plan to visit my school September of 2018. The school was not a mission I asked for, but God has put it in my lap. The school will provide a quality education for these children in the village. All subjects will be taught and tested in English, unlike the government schools. The classroom size will also be a maximum of 20 students, unlike the 80 students in a government classroom. It takes a village to raise a child, and all children deserve a quality education. That is what Bethany Pre and Primary School will provide. I hope you will join me in this mission. Every dollar will make a difference. 100% of your donations to To Care Tanzania will support construction of the school, hiring of quality teachers, purchasing of school supplies, and supporting children who cannot afford a quality education. I hope you can help support these children in this very exciting mission. Thank you so very much.
Baba Yetu Yetu